Hi guys, my name is Virginia and I'm going to show you how to start a pine needle basket. I use Florida longleaf pine needles and they're already dried and everything for you. You can collect your own, you can read online, see there's all different ways you can do it, but I purchased mine online already dried and all that. So when you get them, they're going to come with a little end cap on it and you'll just clip that off. Pull them off, and then I usually get a whole group of them together, get them ready like this, so they're ready for me to go because I don't want to stop and clip. So let me show you just an idea. So here's a little pine needle basket I made just a little while ago, just a cute little owl with some different stitches on it, the V stitch and the regular stitch. And there's the ends, the little handles. He came out cute. Now, one of my favorite ones to make is Frida. She's one of my favorites. I just love her. So I don't know if you can see the whole basket, but I love color and I love Frida. So here's some little monkey beads that I found online that I added. So that's an idea of what you can do, but you can look online, you can see all different kinds of things. So I have a little micro business and it's called Jenny Lee Gems. And on Etsy, I sell these basket bottoms. I make them myself and sell them. I've bought from other people as well. But today I'm going to use this orange one and I've picked a few colors I want to use. I've got this yellow, orange, and this one's called Dark Roast. I think this is Dark Roast, Clementine, and I can't remember the other one. Anyway, so thread your needle. You got some pine needles ready. You got your longer needle, embroidery needle with big eye. You want to use that, and I use a pointed one. It just makes it easier going through the needles. And get about 3 or 4 to start off with. Here's a little group. I like to save these ones that are grouped together for when I start my baskets. So you get, just tie a little knot, put your 4 needles, or 4 pine needles together. Come to, I usually start on the right side and about the middle, because at the top of your basket is where your first eye is going to go. So if you're changing colors or mixing stuff up, the eye just kind of draws away from it and you don't notice the change up as much. So lay it flat here. I like to cover this first little corner, but you could do it whichever way you want. So just go down through and secure it. And I kind of just pull the little tail over. You gotta kind of get a good hold on it. And I usually go through the hole a couple times just to really secure it at the beginning. I always say the first row is the hardest and the last row is what you just want to do as quick as you can because you're so excited to finish your basket. So I'm going to go through another time here. There, see, so that's pretty secure on there. And then what I'm going to do is tape that little tail down because it gets in your way. So see, I'm just taping it on the back so it stays out of my way. There we go. So what I usually like to do with the first row, and especially in this case, I want this orange color to pop. So I am going to do what they call wrap it. I'm going to wrap the pine needles all the way to the next. Gotta check and make sure you could see me. Yes, you could see me. So you just keep wrapping up and over, up and over. Do you get enough on there to cover it? And then just onto the next hole already. So just go through a few times to really secure it. I will check this video to make sure you could see it. I'm making this video for my friend who wants to start doing her own. And since we're going through the COVID mess right now, That's pretty good. Twice. You can go through 3 times if you'd like to really secure it so it's not going to go anywhere. Sometimes I go 2, sometimes 3. It doesn't matter, whatever you feel is comfortable. So if you don't want to have to wrap it, because it does take more thread and it does take more time, you can just go on to the next hole like this. I'm just going to show you. I'll take it out and redo it. But you could just go straight up and over, go through twice or 3 times, whichever you prefer. So you go through twice, it's going to be a V. You can't go through once if you feel it's going to be secure enough. It's up to you. So I'll just go through twice so you can see how it's going to make the V pattern. It's just to try to kind of help you get started here. So when you're cutting your thread, you usually try to do 2 arm lengths, which is just pull it out and measure 2 arm lengths. If you're more comfortable with 1, you can do that. If not, you know, do 2 or 3 or whatever you're comfortable with. I'm usually comfortable with 2. So see, this is the pattern you're going to end up with if you do it without wrapping. But I'm going to go back, like I said, and wrap it because I just like that look. So also, there's another option. I happen to have these beautiful coral pine needles that my teacher dyed last year, and I kind of hung on to them. But I'm going to do a row of the dark roast, and then I'm going to start using these pine needles. So when you're going to do a wrap, which I'll go back and do here, you don't really want to use the dyed pine needles because they're a little more expensive. Just use the basic pine needles, or it depends on what look you want. You can do anything you want to do. So as you're going along, I'm going to work my way around, and I'll start video number 2. You just want to keep going back in and adding pine needles because you want to get it a little bit thicker. So see, I hope you could see this, how you just go in here. And you try to get the pine needles so it's the glossy side up, because especially if you're not wrapping, if they're going to show, see how they're just prettier. It's just a nicer, clean finish. So then at some point you're going to, as you add the needles, work your way up to, oh, I like to use these little straws. There's other gauges, metal gauges and things that you can use, but these work really well for me because you could take them off and put them on quickly. And it's just a straw cut in about 1 inch and then sliced down the middle, so you could take it off, put it on. It just makes it a lot easier. So there you go. That's the start of it. Just keep adding needles as you go. Get your needles cut ahead of time. And we'll go on to video number 2 shortly. Thanks for watching. Bye.